Okay, hello guys, and well, congratulations. You have completed the course, and it is all up to you now. It's up to you if you're going to take action, if you're going to be one of the 4% of people that actually make it online, or if you're going to let this course, this I've given you my whole business. I've showed you how I run it. I don't think I could have went into more detail. I have given you everything that you need to succeed in this training. Myself and Trevor, of course. Trevor's part regarding how to use a product, a piece of PLR, which you can get for very cheap, and turn it into something amazing, is invaluable to the big five. Now, very quickly, there's a couple of things that I kind of overlooked, and I want this course to be as full as possible. Not just as full, but I want it to be as complete as possible. So when I was going back through the videos, I realized there was a couple of things that I didn't cover. First thing is pretty easy. Now, if you look at the top, you see that all of these websites, mine included, have a little picture, a browser picture. Now, the correct name for that is a favicon, and it is actually quite important. It tells Google that your site is 100% optimized. We've already done all of the hard work, and it would be a shame if Google took, a few points away in terms of pushing us up the search engines just because I forgot to tell you about this small thing. So if we go here, no matter what theme you've chosen, you will have the option to add it because it's something that you need to have. Um, you don't need to have it. I see sites all the time, trying to rank and they don't have it. And, maybe that would be the difference between them, ranking and not ranking. So, with the theme that I suggested and the theme that I have installed on TWIM, I'm still unsure what I'm going to do with TWIM. Maybe I will delete the whole site. It might not even be here when you come back. But in the members area, you'll have three documents. You'll have the document where we go through the SEO procedure, document about choosing the right domain and branding. And I've put in some links there, a link to the girl that I told you about on Fiverr, who will install the caching plugin that will make your site blazing fast. So, feel free to, I'm not affiliated with her at all. So, feel free to contact her and say, she knows me very well because, yeah, we kind of work together. Part time, and then the rest of the time she works on Fiverr. But we have an interesting relationship. But I'm not affiliated, so I make no money from you doing this. I'm just giving you my resource. So rather than paying hundreds of dollars to get this plugin, you'll get it for $10, and she will optimize your website to make it blazing fast. And it's well worth the money for $10, in my opinion. Okay, so a favicon. Let's have a quick look. Right, customize. Every theme will have this. Customize, and it's usually under site identity. So here we have the site title, we have the tagline, and here is where they're calling it a site icon. I always knew it as a favicon, but maybe they've changed that now. It's a browser tab basically, so I can select pretty much any image. So I will go to the Wolf of Online Marketing, and I will choose this picture of myself. Okay, and you can choose any picture that you want. Maybe, maybe you should choose something that is, colorful or something that attracts attention. I've been meaning to update my own favicon, my own browser tab. For a long time, I had the wolf, a picture of the wolf up there, and I decided to add in my own picture, but you can't really see me. It just looks kind of blurry. So maybe I'll get something like this created. I really like this, and that's the next thing we'll be looking at that I didn't cover. So we just select it and we click yes, crop image, so you can see how it's going to look as an app icon, and we just click this. Okay, and cropping, and now it is there, and we click publish. And now when it appears, our site is this website here is the most optimized website around, besides all besides all the other websites that I've created and the guys who really know what they're doing. But generally people think that one-click install to get WordPress means that they literally click once and they get WordPress, and it is as easy as that for people who are not interested in ranking. There you go. Now I have my browser icon. And that was one thing that I forgot, which I shouldn't have, so my apologies. I'm doing it now in this last video. The other thing is YouTube videos. Now, there are, in order to create a video, I'm using a software called Camtasia, and the Camtasia is $300, which is a lot of money. Now, if you're going to be in the online marketing niche, you may want to make videos like I'm making just now. And the best free software to start doing that is something called Screencast-O-Matic, and I've used it before. Before I had the money to buy, a fancy recording. Fancy recording piece of software. I used this, and it really is. It's great. It's what a lot of people use, even people who have the money to buy Camtasia. They don't buy. They just use this because it is just as good as Camtasia. So that's one that you can use, and this is a screen capture tool. So it does exactly what I'm doing just now. It's optional. You can have your picture on the bottom right or on the top right, or you can have it on the left, or you can not have any picture anywhere at all if you want. It's up to you. So that's one way. Now, I know that a lot of people have a problem, or not a problem, but they don't like to talk on video. It's understandable. When I first started, I hated it. And when I watched some of the first videos, that I made, I cringe because, I'm still not perfect, but my videos were made up of probably 50% and that's just natural. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You're building a brand. People actually kind of relate to you because the people watching those videos are usually people that, they're usually the kind of people who would never have the guts to actually put themselves out like that. So they watch your video and see that you're maybe a beginner and you're not used to recording your voice, and they respect you for it. And if I saw a video like that, I would respect you for it, for actually taking action. And that's one of the things, probably the last thing I'll say in this video, is take action. You're not going to get anywhere unless you start taking action, guys. Right, so Screencast-O-Matic does what I'm doing just now, the way I'm recording this video. It's a free tool completely to use. Now, if you are in another, if you're in another niche and you don't like, you don't want to talk about dogs, or you don't want to talk about herpes. Maybe you're in one of those sort of health niches, not health as in bodybuilding or losing weight, but dealing with hemorrhoids or acne or something like that. Maybe you don't want to talk about that on video, and I don't blame you. I'd find it very hard to talk about that. But what you can do is you can make a, this is one that I used to use, um, and I'll be honest, I haven't been on this website for a few years. It used to be $5 per month. It has went up, but so have the features. um, let's see, pricing, where's the pricing? I had the pricing earlier. Okay, so I think it's about okay, so it's $8 per month, and that gives you, yeah, it gives you all of this. Okay, it gives you, it does give you a logo at the end of your videos, which is actually okay because the video finishes and then the logo comes up. I remember this. So this is one thing that you can do. If you're like me though, and you don't like monthly costs, then what I use is I use a tool called Video Maker FX. Now, I did a review on it because I thought it was really brilliant, and I have it, I own it. I'll actually quickly pause this, and I will open it. And the reason I'm pausing it is because my desktop background is a rather personal picture. Okay, hi guys. Right, so this is Video Maker FX, and it's very easy to use. If you want to learn more about it, just go to my website, um, go up here and type in Video Maker FX, and you can read what I have to say about it. And in the video, I show you exactly how to use it. And you can make this is an old tool. This is not a new tool. And a lot of people say to me, why are you still using Video Maker FX? That was released, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I say, well, because it's one of the easiest tools to use. Just because a new tool is brought out doesn't mean it's better than something that's old and has stood the test of time. That's my opinion. So Video Maker FX, very easy to use. Basically what you're doing is you start a project and then you can add in slides. So let me just do this quickly. So test 22, and then we can choose slides. So maybe we want to, let's have a look at this one. So you can have characters. So rather than you talking about herpes, you can have Anna talking about herpes, for example. So slide 1. Okay. And you can change the text on this. So this is the slide, and you could change the text to whatever you want, and then you click here, add slide, and then that's added. Then if you want to, obviously, well, not obviously, maybe this is 13.5 seconds, so you would want to, if you're doing this type of video, I would say about a minute long, so you'd maybe want to choose another slide. Sorry, that's just duplicating it. So you would get another slide. Let me see. Yeah, here you can customize this slide completely to whatever you want. The text, images, the shapes. You can change the shapes. You can change the animation. And then you can add another slide. So let's say we want to have a photo showcase, like this. And Okay, that's not so good. So let's just see what this is. We can give you the solution you've been looking for. And if we add the slide, then we can go here. We can change the text and we can have it saying whatever we want. So text area 1, text area 2, text area 3, and then you add them all together. Then you save the project and then you can play. So you can add as many slides as you want. It will tell you here the time of, the time that it takes, the time of the full amount of slides. So you can customize the slides to play one after the other, so it's one continuous video. And this is great for promoting something that you don't want to really talk about. But anyway, this is not a, I don't want to go into too much detail about this particular software, because maybe you have your own software. Now, there is one other software that I reviewed recently, and my wife actually said to me, when she saw the review, she said, get that, get a copy of that, because very often when I'm reviewing products, I get like a review access or a review copy. But if I want to ask for, if I want to get a real copy of the software, or the software usually, I just have to ask. And for this one, I did want to get it, because how this works is you add it to your website. It's a plugin, and okay, let's see if I can just shut this up. Yeah, so it's a plugin. You add it, and then you create a post, and then this will make the video for you. So okay, wait there. Let me see if I can open this up bigger. Image. So let's look and see if we can find the background image. Move on. I don't really want to focus now. Don't need a lot of text, you don't want the video to be long. In my opinion, you don't want the video to be longer than 1 minute 30 seconds. It can be right. Okay, so again, I'm not trying to upsell you on something. I'm just saying I'm going to be using this or VideoMaker FX when I move into different niches. And basically, you write a post, preferably a shorter post, and then you can, what it does is it puts that post into a video. The writing goes into the video, and there's a tool that reads out what you have written, so it actually sounds very normal, like a real person speaking. And you can also add in pictures, and so if you're doing something about dogs, you'd make a short post, and then you could add in pictures of dogs. You could have a background. This was just me testing it out, but it's a pretty cool software, so it's something that maybe you'd want to look at, buying or investing in. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like $13, and I really liked it. So yeah, so those were the last things that I kind of overlooked. But I want this. I want this, and this course is now as complete as humanly possible. We have our favicon, which is the last thing to make our site complete. And in the eyes of Google, this website could not be any more complete and ready for content. I've showed you a few different options that you can think about for creating videos. If you don't really want to talk on video, or you don't want to be seen on video, or you just don't like this style of making video, this here that I'm doing, the Camtasia. So yeah. So now the next things that I am going to say to you are, I've given you all of the information and all of the tools and all of the information to get started, to build your business. using the big five. Trevor did a great job with the product part. I thought that, why reinvent the wheel when it's something that he does all the time? So that was a really, those videos from Trevor were, like the icing on the cake. We have now, what do we have? We have a mega highly optimized website that would, that will be better than 99% of any website you'll find online, or as good as the best websites online. We have a customized YouTube channel. Um, Completely optimized YouTube channel. We now know how to make videos for that. We know how to build a Facebook group. We know how to manage the Facebook group so that we don't lose members. We know how to build our list. We know how to send people from our list to our Facebook group so that we can interact with them even more. Thus creating a bond and an audience that you can market to later. And we have our product that we can either set to zero and use as use to collect emails, or sell it for $1, so that we know that the people who have spent $1 on the product, they are buyers. We can build our list through our website, which is not to be underestimated. These, not everybody is a freebie seeker that comes to your website. And your website, you customize it as you want. But what I will say is, add content. Don't write one post and then say, okay, I'm going to rank this post and I'm going to do nothing else until I've ranked this post. Sometimes it may take a while before before you're able to rank, because Google's not going to look at your website with one post or one review and say, oh, that's a really important authority site. You want to get as many articles on as possible. And if it means outsourcing the writing, no problem. I would recommend going to a site called, you can either go to Fiverr. I mean, some people say Fiverr is a terrible place to get things done, but if you're looking for graphics, like a banner for your YouTube channel, perfect place to go. If you need a logo for your website, perfect place to go. So Fiverr is a good place to get simple things done. So you could get you could find somebody who's good at writing, a native speaker, and tell them what you need, tell them what type of articles you need, and order those articles. It's usually $5 for 500 words. Alternatively, you could use iWriter.com. Now, if you've never heard of iWriter.com, it's a place where people write articles and people buy articles. So you can either be a somebody who writes articles, or somebody who, okay, so here we have the creation process. So requested, not completed, being written, pending approval, completed. Okay, so I haven't had to use these guys in a while. I did used to use them in the past. Now you can get an article on here for as low as $3.50. And it depends obviously on the quality of the article. But the great thing about iWriter is that you can tell the person what you want written. So you can say, I want something about YouTube marketing. I want you to mention the editing feature. I want you to mention this. I want you to mention this, and I want you to use this keyword. And the person then shows you the article, and you can't copy paste it or anything like that. You can't steal it. And you can say yes or no, or you can say, okay, I want a revision. And you don't leave the site until you are happy with the article that you've got. So, on Fiverr, maybe you ask for an article to be written about YouTube, or whatever niche you're in, and it comes back and you're not happy, and then you have to request revisions and maybe more revisions, and maybe the person just isn't very good. So it's a kind of trial and error thing on Fiverr. But here, you won't leave, and you can do it as many times as you want. Request revision, request revision, request revision. No, it's just not good enough. So iWriter is a great place, if you're a writer to earn money, or if you are looking for content to get content. So yeah, right. So closing statement is going to be: you now have a website and a YouTube channel. And from there, you're going to be driving traffic from social media. So follow along with the training. The training is my business. My business works. I make a full time living. I support my family. My wife doesn't need to work. She's downstairs. You can maybe hear with the two kids who are shouting just now. And I don't need to, she doesn't need to work. She's able to stay at home with our children because of this exact business model. And I'm only using this exact business model in one niche. I'm going to jump into another niche and then another niche, and I'll be using this exact blueprint. So just keep adding content to your website. Follow along with the training, get everything set up. Once you have everything set up, it will all appear much clearer. You'll know, okay, I have my website, I have my YouTube channel, have my Facebook group, I have my list starting to be built, and just take action. And that's the biggest advice I can give you. Take action. Write articles, get articles written for you, make videos, or invest in a software that will make that you can use to make videos. So just content is king. And so many people, they want to succeed online, and the reason they don't succeed online is they just don't take action. And I can't make you take action. I can't come to your house and drag you outside with your laptop and sit you down with a gun to your head. It's up to you. Now, a way that I always tell my private students to, if they say to me, but I never have time to do it. I come home from work, and I say, okay, so do you have a dining room? Yes. So after dinner, what happens to the dining room? They'll say, my wife clears up, and then I go and sit and watch TV. And I say, okay, is your dining room connected to your living room? No, it's separate. So once you've had your dinner, once you've played with the kids, rather than sitting in front of the TV, go open your laptop, take your notebook, go through and start setting things up. Doesn't matter if this takes you months to put together. If it takes you 3 months to put together the website, fine, as long as you do it exactly the way that I've told you. Same with the YouTube channel. Same with the Facebook group. Start your Facebook profile. Start friending people the way that I showed you. Just implement everything, and don't worry about trying to do it all in one day, because you won't get it done in one day. There's just no way that you can do this in one day. I did all of this live with you guys, and it took me over a week, over a week. So if it took me over a week to teach you this, it's going to take you longer to actually implement it. So that's my closing statement. As I said, if I came to your house and dragged you outside with a gun, I'm pretty sure that you would start working on it, but I can't. So just take action. Join my Facebook group. It's very easy to find. You just go to Facebook and put in Mark Gray Mastermind, and my group will pop up. Join my group. Come in. Introduce yourself to me. Tell me what you thought of the course. If you say it's terrible, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that on board. If you have questions about certain aspects of the course, come in and ask me. I'm here to help you, and if I can help you, I will. And of course, there's no reason why I should not be able to help you. So come to my group, come and be a part of my ever-growing community, and yeah, and you will thrive. From the last course that I created, I can think of 4, 5, 6 people who now have went on. They have successful marketing sites. Two of them have even started creating products and releasing products. Um, they sent me review copies asking if I would promote. So, this is the beginning of everything, and this is the end of everything. This is where it all starts. So, don't delay, take action. Thank you for watching, and thank you for trusting in me and Trevor to buy this training. And you've made the right decision. Everything that I have told you is what I do, and what I do works. So, yeah. Okay, it's been a pleasure going through this training with you guys. And as I said, any questions, just come to my Facebook group and ask away. If you want a backlink from my website, just go to whatever post you want. I would maybe go to I don't know. I'd maybe go to testimonials and leave a comment there, because this page has quite high domain authority, so your comment will get higher domain authority because there's lots of comments on this page. So yeah, there you go. You now have the ability and no reason that you cannot succeed online. Okay, and remember that the guys that you see on leaderboard, if you're in the internet marketing niche, the guys you see on leaderboards up there, number one, number two, where do you think they started? Did they just create one product with, completely from theory, and release it and suddenly have a massive list? No, they didn't. They had to start somewhere, and this is the best place to start. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks again, and please take action. I want to hear success stories from you guys after going through this course and implementing it and getting your first rankings and getting your first sales. I want to hear about it. So come and tell me. I'm interested. I want to help you. Okay. All right, guys. So I'll leave you on that note. I'm sure Trevor will have something to say as well. And yeah, thanks again, guys. Good luck.